Particularly, I want to hear first about like Sleepless Mindz. Like, how did you first come up with that? When did you start? What kind of drew inspiration for that?
That's a good question. Well, basically, I found myself like up at night. This was like a couple years after high school, but I found myself up at night just like constantly drawing. I'd come up with these ideas at the most random time of the night, and I would just like act on that inspiration. So a lot of the time I would just be up until like sunrise sometimes, just like sketching different ideas and stuff like that, just because I had like the freedom of time around that era. But so one of the nights I came up with this image, you know, it's like somebody kind of like facing their hands, and they had like this like colorful brain at the top. It kind of symbolized like, you know, the power of creativity, but then the responsibility that comes with it if you're trying to go for your dream. And you know what I mean? Like, it sounds cool to like go after your dreams, but then when you think about the work that's involved, it kind of all comes to a certain reality. So yeah, actually, this guy right here, this was the original image that kind of like started the entire brand. Essentially.
And we'll have B-roll playing, of course, so you can see, get a closer look. But okay, so it's the colorful brain on the top.
There's a jewel in the middle to represent the power in having ideas and the power of thought and how everything comes from an idea. The rings represent the achievements that you can make along the way. But you see that tear, and like the hands are kind of withered just to show all the hard work that you go through, and the doubt and other people's doubt, the doubt in yourself that you got to go through just to make it.
And how old were you coming up with all these ideas?
Oh man, I was probably like around like 21, 22, something like that.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Were you big into like just like painting and you know, sketch art, things of that sort at that age?
Sketching for sure. Drawing was like my first like artistic expression that I really like dove into as a child. Painting came like way later. It came like a couple years into the brand.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And I guess from that point, when did you realize that this could be something greater? Like, you can actually like take this on as like a business, or like have this be what you do full time?
Honestly, it was like the community support, like the reaction from some of my friends. I did that image. It was one of the first times I actually took something and like did it digitally and colored it in on Photoshop and all that. And then I had it on my phone, and I was just like showing some of the homies. I was just like super proud of it. Yo, I kind of want to do something with this. I don't know. I kind of want to see. I might put this on a shirt or something. And they're like, yo, you should do it. And I booked like one of my first commercials and got the money from that, and then just threw the whole thing into making a collection. And just went all in, and then the response was dope. Like, people were just supporting it, and that's when it kind of took off. I was like, yo, if I can do this, it's possible.
What year would you say that was again? I know you talked about how old you were, but
this was like 2015, something like that. Like 2013, I was kind of playing around with the idea, showing people. And then between 14 and 15 is when I was like doubling down and actually trying to like do this, like get the blanks and learning how to do that, and like finding a print shop and